everyone. Happy afternoon, a very good afternoon. I hope and I believe all of you are doing well. A quick note whether the audio visual is all good. Am I audible and visible? I hope yes. Okay, thank you so much, Rahim, for that quick nod. So, yes, a long time that we are meeting, right? So, actually, we had an academy special class where we had planned this timetable, but I don't know, I'm facing some significant glitch there with my account. So, hopefully, it will be resolved and we'll be having the sessions very soon. So, that's the reason that we are having this YouTube live session now because. It was very important to discuss the timetable today itself. Otherwise, the entire plan that I have made, it would have gone on a haywire, right? So that's the reason. So we are doing at least YouTube live. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the compliment. So this is 35 days plan. I'm sure that now if I tell you how many days are remaining for NEET PG 22, it's going to give each one of us, right, tachycardia or maybe a skip in the beat as well, right? It's approximately 50 days. And these 50 days, it would like go very fast. This is not to scare you but to tell you that yes, you are very very close to your goal. Very important crucial time that you are in. So please do not get panicked, please do not get anxious. I'm receiving messages from both, right? The overperformers also and the underperformers also. Overperformers saying that in the grand test and all I'm getting good scores, so that is creating a pressure for me for the final exam. And the underperformers are like I'm not able to improve the scores and that's creating anxiety, right? So we know that basically it is no matter what happens in our life, if we don't get worried, if we don't get anxious, it's not normal. Like basically stress, anxiety has become the new normal for us. So guys, please hold on, right? Take deep breaths, relax, and believe that this is like just one another exam. Yes, it's an important exam in your entire picture of life, but it is not the life. So understand that as well. At least that is what I would like to start this with. So please do not get panicked considering like or get under pressure कि पता नहीं कैसा होगा, how would I perform. It's okay, right? If you do not perform good, you will have another chance. Just have that faith basically in your life that whatever is going to happen is going to be in your best interest. The only responsibility that we have as human beings is that to give our best. That's the only thing that we can do. Rest, whatever happens, things which are not in your control, what kind of paper it would be, what kind of questions it would be, whether it would be lengthy, whether it would be one liner, whether there will be new topics, whether there will be previously asked topics, how much score will I get, what rank will I get, how will be the competition. Things which are not in your control, stop worrying about them. Okay, stop worrying about them. All right. So I hope this gives you a good sigh of relief, at least that there's someone who understands what you must be going through and someone who tells you that this really does not matter in the long run. If you join PG today or if you join PG 1 year later or 2 years later, no one is going to come and ask you ki how many years did it take you to crack your PG entrance exam, right? So please do not forget to live and please just do not exist, okay, while you are preparing for the exam. Do not forget to live while you're preparing for the exam. Please remember that. All right. So coming to the plan, that is your 35 days most effective plan according to me, and I've considered all the feedbacks, the inputs that you have given me on the Telegram group where we keep connecting, and what should be included. So I have I've tried to incorporate each one of them, and I'll be taking your queries as well, right? So the only thing is no. Okay, so first query is sure, am I writing the exam this year? Actually, I wanted to, but I'm not because I missed on the date somehow. Even though it was postponed, I missed filling the form. So I'm not giving the exam this year. Okay. I am medico. See, if you were busy with counseling, that means that, somewhere you had a good rank, you were expecting a seat. So that means you are in good shape. So even if you start now revising, you have good enough time. 50 days is good enough to revise. Okay. All right. So preparation days breakup, right? 50 days, another moment of tachycardia here. We are breaking it up. We'll be having 2 more revision timetables that I would be giving you. One is today, that is this plan, the 35 days plan. And the second would be your 15 days plan. This plan basically is starting from tomorrow. So you have today's also 1st April. Basically, I have kept for your backlog only. Okay. So whatever backlog you still have or you want to relax, you can do that. So including 1st April, that is today, starting till your 5th of May, that is where I have planned your timetable. So those who are worried that 35 days will be now 34 days. It's anyways a 34 days plan, right? So 2nd April, starting with 2nd April till 5th of May is a plan. Why till 5th of May? Because many of you would be appearing for 8th of May, AIIMS as well, right? So that's the reason I made one timetable till 5th, so that those who are appearing for AIIMS, one revision cycle is done. And then another 15 days revision cycle after that, starting from 6th itself till your 20th or 19th, we'll have another cycle. Okay. So this is your plan. Coming to the business, the main point, that is what is the plan that I have made for you. More important, how I would be helping you and in your journey here in the 50 days, both academic and non-academic. Basically, keeping you motivated, keeping you sane, and making sure that you do not get anxious. So I'll be playing the role of both in the best of my capability. I'll try my best to do that. All right. So all of you, at the outset, let me tell you that we are in this together. No matter whatever queries you have, please reach out to me. There might be many instances, some instances where I forget to reply, but I will be there for you. Okay, remember, I will be there for you. I'll keep coming live more often on the YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well, to interact, to hear you out, to help you out. So make sure you are there, connected on this channel. You are subscribed to this channel, and I'll see you very, very often now, because this is very, very important. Okay. No, you've not missed much. We are just starting. Okay. No, I am not giving the exam this time. Reva, hold on. There are like 4 live classes coming up your way starting from tomorrow. If everything goes well, I'll tell you the plan. Let's hold on. See, so the plan is basically tomorrow is what I have planned as your, let me zoom this if you're not able to see this. Right. So this is a calendar. I want each one of you maybe to take a screenshot or even keep a printout of this in front of your study desk. Right. So that you know when what is happening, and you are free to customize this timetable if you want, right? It's not a binding that you have to do this. Okay. So what I've planned is it's a grand test every Sunday, except this week, that is Saturday is when we are starting with the grand test. If you want, you guys have time, you can give the grand test today itself. Like if you want to run one day ahead of the timetable, you can do that as well. You can shift the timetable by one day if you want. Okay. So grand test is basically where we want to start with. Then I have given your number of days here. This is basically anatomy 2 days, then ortho, then your major subjects, physiology 2 days, pharmacology 2 days, then there's a grand test. Sunday, it's gonna be a grand test. Okay. And then you have pathology 2 days, medicine. So basically, once you are done with anatomy, after anatomy comes ortho. Both are integrated, very, very integrated. Physio, pharmac, patho done. After that, we would be doing medicine, because major chunk of your medicine will be completed in your physio, pharmac, patho, right? You need not worry ki how will I complete medicine in 3 days. Okay. Uske baad mein, after medicine is done, integrated pediatrics. Then comes your grand test, microbiology 2 days. Guys, remember now you don't have many days that you'll keep reading everything. Less number of days, more productive, more smart is what we need to be now. Okay. Then you have after microbiology, because you'll have medicine mein infectious disease. So I've kept microbiology. Microbiology has infectious disease, communicable disease. So to integrate with that, PSM, because once you are done with pediatrics, you are done with microbio, a lot of PSM also done there, right? Then you have FMT coming in 1 day. Psychiatry and dermat half day each. That is where you'll have to complete 2 subjects in 1 day now. FMT, psychiatry, and then dermat. Again a grand test, biochemistry 3 days. Because it is more volatile, I've kept it more towards the end so that you retain for a longer time. At least I believe that if you read today, at least you'll remember for a week or 15 days. So that's why I've kept towards the end. Then radiology and anesthesia. That is my subject and my husband's subject to be done in 1 day, right? And then you have OBGY, 2 days. Again, it's a grand test on Sunday. So every Sunday is a grand test, except for this week. Like I didn't want to give a break here. Like doing your anatomy 1 day today, giving a grand test and anatomy then on Monday. If you want, you can do that as well. Okay. And then you have surgery 2 days, last is ENT and opthal. So basically, this is the timetable that I have made for you. This is till 5th of May, where we are completing all the 19 subjects, right? So the maximum number of days you have is 3 days for subjects like medicine and biochemistry. Rest is your 2 days or 1 days or maybe half a day as well, right? So I by hook or by crook you need to manage in these days. Please do not try to spill your previous subject onto the next day. So focus with the most important, start with the most important. Prioritization now would be very, very important. I'll tell you about how to prioritize, like, how will you complete physio in 2 days? How will you complete microbiology in 2 days? We'll be talking about that as well. Okay. Now, this is the most important. Okay. The most important that we have here, all of us were talking about this NF100 episodes. Now, for those who are new here, how many of you don't know about what is NF100? So there is this series of sessions that I have started, and it's going on since a long time, like almost 6 months. NF100 is your NEET PG and FMGE top 100 topics. Like these are the core topics from all 19 subjects together. Without these, like you cannot go to the examination hall. And what is the unique feature of these episodes is basically you'll find all the tricks and mnemonics in this. It's not just your theoretical discussion. It's more about your easy tricks to remember. So till now, we are done with 54 episodes. So if you have not seen the NF100 episodes and this scares you, my God, 54 episodes, when will I do that? So that's the reason I've included doing that also in the plan. Right, so let me first tell you what topics have been covered in NF100 for those who are new here. NF100. So I've given you, I'll be sharing this PDF with you. So basically you have, just a minute, right. So something happened to the pen tablet, not working, guys. Give me a minute. Probably I need to get a Havan done for sure today. Something's not happening right. Give me a minute. हाँ, नजर तो पक्का उतारनी पड़ेगी, मुझे लग रहा है कुछ तो सही नहीं है. बुरी नजर वाले, तेरा मुंह काला, चालू हो जा. Just give me a minute. Guys, let me try restarting this. I don't know what's happening. Who's the Buddhas or who's the Buddhis? Are the Buddhis more toxic? Right, give me a minute. Oh God. No, Nairobi, but the PPT itself is not working. Something has happened. So that's why I'm trying to restart. I hope this works now, at least till we finish this. Okay. So these are the NF100 topics that we were talking about. So you have a lot of most important topics: toxicology, brachial plexus, branchial arch derivatives, culture media, paranasal sinus, microbiology, important images, episode 6. You'll find an issue with this. I've taken this in the Unacademy special class. I'll update the link there. You can check that session. There you can find that. Lipoproteins, hypolipidemic, mosquito, rate limiting enzymes. So each slide, basically 10 episodes I've written there. There are 54 that you see. All of them are must know. If I have FMG students here, if you do that, a lot of your questions will also be covered. So be it NEET PG students or FMG students, these are your must do. Please do not go to the examination hall without watching those. Okay. So what I've done is, because they are a bit haphazard, we had taken random episodes. So when you have anatomy, that is on 3rd and 4th, according to the timetable, when we have anatomy, I've given you the episodes that you need to watch along with that. Okay, episode 2, 3, 23. These are your anatomy episodes. Physiology is your episode 21. Now, if you want to see what is episode 2, 3, and 23, you can go to this link. So in anatomy, basically, you'll have brachial plexus, 2, 3 is branchial arch derivatives, and you have 23. Did I make a mistake there in the table? देखो कुछ तो गड़बड़ है भाई. हाँ, 24, that it is not 23, 24, that is your skull foramen structures. Okay, skull foramen structures. So where will you find the links? In the PDF itself, I've given the links, just that you need to copy and paste, or you can find in the Telegram group also. That is, I'll be resharing the message where you have all the links given together. And as when you have NF100, coming up, I'll keep updating in that Telegram message also. So I hope every one of you are now happy. So there is some work behind this, right, which has gone. So I have categorized your NF100 episodes. I'll definitely share this. And apart from that, Unacademy Plus students, I've been getting a lot of messages from you that you want to watch the mnemonics classes on the Plus, right? So I'll also keep sharing the sessions with the targets, like for anatomy. These are the Plus sessions that you should be watching. Plus, basically, the subscribers. So I'll keep doing that, guys. If I forget, I have that tendency of forgetting, let me tell you. Except academics, rest everything I tend to forget. So please remind me. I've told you, keep hammering. I will not mind it. Okay. The more hammering you do, I'll remember more. So please doing. Okay. Keep doing that. All right. So this is how I have categorized. Please make sure that you have seen all of these episodes. You'll find a good number of NF100 episodes in radiology. Major portion of radiology has been covered here as well. So please do that. Okay. So this is the plan. I've given you all the episodes till 54 episodes. It has been updated. 54, the last one, your renal patho deposits, right? Subepithelial, subendothelial. Make sure you are finishing each one of them, and make sure you are making notes as well. It might take some time for the notes, but trust me, it will be worth it. These NF100 episodes are like your 20th notebook, which you call it. Okay. So I'll be sharing all of that with you, right? The links are there. I'll keep updating. Even the Plus classes, I would be doing that. Okay. Now, the most important is class timings and venues. Now, your exam feels like my exam. So I also have to start, be here with you, even though virtually, but make sure that you feel that there's someone who's there with you. Okay. So this is when we would be meeting. My aim would be to do this on a daily basis. But at the end, even I'm a human who has a family life, social life, work life, everything. So please pardon me if on some days I miss some of these sessions. But in the best of my capability, I'll try to be here on all these times every day. That is 7 a.m. to start the day, 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. Let me tell you, this is something which is not me. 7 a.m. I'm not a person who wakes up early. But I'll try doing that because you guys also need to do that. If you have been a night owl so far, but you'll have exam in the morning, right? So we need to implement this from now so that we get adjusted till the exam time, right? So with you, even I'll try to do that. Okay. So that would be at 7 a.m. And 7 a.m. is going to be predominantly, if you've been on my YouTube channel before the last NEET PG exam, I'd done some study with me sessions. So this would be the time where I also would be doing my work, maybe my radiology work, my study, whatever it might be. Even I'll be studying with you and you would be studying at your place. So basically, this is going to be like a virtual library. So I'm going to see every day that who's there at 7 a.m., waking up early, being there, and, keeping your promise. So this is basically your 7 a.m. challenge that we would be starting the study with me sessions. All right. And I'll be studying, you would be studying. Okay. And 10 a.m. And so basically on our YouTube channel, it's going to be 7 a.m. or 5 p.m. Please note this bit change in this month. Like till now, 5 p.m. I used to do on Unacademy free classes. Now, major sessions at 5 p.m. would be on our YouTube sessions as well, our YouTube channel where you are right now. So we would be having YouTube live discussions. It could be quizzes, right? Your MCQ practice. It could be rapid revision of the subjects, right? When you will have anatomy, I'll try my best to do it on Unacademy as well as free classes. If not possible due to some reasons, I'll do it on our YouTube channel. Right, basically your LMR, the rapid revision of the subjects. Like when you have anatomy, I'll try my best to give you the rapid revision of that subject. Okay, so like many of you were suggesting, ki ma'am, according to the daily targets, please do the subject wise rapid revision. So we would be doing this predominantly at 5 p.m. on our YouTube channel. KVMD is happening, guys. Wait, KVMD is not going anywhere. Without that, you cannot survive. More so, I cannot survive. KVMD is not just a name, it's an emotion. Right? KVMD is not just a name, it's an emotion. Aishwarya, there would be polls here also. I'll try to do those fun quizzes that we used to have on a Telegram group, right? On the platform of quizzes. All of you enjoyed the recent quizzes where you have the poll system. So I'll conduct a quiz, then I'll discuss the questions as well. So you are going to have the leaderboard even with this YouTube live sessions. Okay, so it would be both. So you'll have fun sessions basically in these last 2 months. I'll try my best to make your studies less of like tension and anxiety, more of your fun. Okay, I'll come to your queries, Arnav, don't worry. 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. are the timings where it's gonna be Unacademy sessions. Either it could be plus sessions, that is for the subscribers. We have a lot of plus sessions, especially of radiology in this month. Or it could be the special sessions like we were doing recently. At 10 a.m., you will have the KBMDs coming in, right? The special classes. When I don't have the plus class, if I have a plus class in the morning at 10, then you will not have special class. If I don't have a plus class, you'll have a special class, that is KBMD. On Unacademy, it's gonna be your predominantly KBMDs, right? What is KBMD for students who are new here? It is Kaun Banega MD. Again, a fun with learn with fun concept. It is your live quiz with leaderboard. We alternate with mnemonics. As I tell you, two important things to crack any exam: mnemonics and concepts, right? You will have KBMDs based on mnemonics, top 10 mnemonics. You have fast 5 clinical KBMDs where we learn the concepts, the MCQ solving skills basically. Lengthy questions, conceptual questions, how to tackle, that is what we see. So everything will be catered to. So you'll have KBMD, mnemonics and fast 5 alternating. The special classes would be happening on a daily basis on Unacademy as well. All you need to do is follow the profile on Unacademy, follow my profile, and you'll get notifications when I go live. Even if the time changes sometimes due to personal reasons, as I said, you'll get a notification if any time there's a change, okay, in the timings. So your Unacademy YouTube special plus basically will happen at 10 a.m. or at 9 p.m. So I hope everybody is clear with this. So basically you have 7 and 5, which is going to be on basically it's our YouTube channel. And you have at 10 a.m. and at 9 p.m., which is going to be on the Unacademy platform, plus special, or it could be YouTube, or it could be open house. Okay. So this is the plan. 4 times a day is when we are going to meet. Please do not get bored of me. At least till the exam. After the exam, you can bid me goodbye. But till then, I'm not leaving any one of you, right? All right. So what are the do's? What are the don'ts? Most important, let me give this. The most important, if you ask me, what is the most important? Revise, revise, and revise. Whatever you are reading, please keep revising. Whenever you are bored, you don't feel like studying anything new, that's the time you take just 10 minutes and revise 1 table, 2 tables. Maybe it is Pearl, it is Treasure, it is whatever. Keep revising. Okay, keep revising. Utilize those short breaks for revision. Okay. Then is your MCQ practice. Many of you are asking MCQs versus notes. MCQ practice takes an upper hand in these last days because that is what we need to develop, the speed and the accuracy. That's only gonna come with the MCQ practice. Without that, it's not possible. No matter how many times you read the notes 10 times, but if you don't solve the questions, you will not get that you will not get that confidence that I'm able to solve the MCQs. You might be realizing in KBMDs, oh, I had read it. But when it comes to the MCQ and the tricky options, that is where we make the mistake. Okay. So MCQ practice, major chunk of your time of the day has to be MCQ practice. Not just PYQs. None of you would be going to the examination hall without doing PYQs of the minimum last 3 years of all the exams. What do I mean by all the exams? It is NEET PG, it is FMGE also, and it is NICT also, right? Payal, is it necessary to solve every topic question bank? Not really. But yes, if it is your previous year topic, the topic has been asked previously, it's a must do question bank for that topic. Topics which have not been asked recently, you can skip that, but you can definitely do the PYQs of all these three subjects. Okay. And please do not restrict yourself to PYQs. It has to be PYTs, the previous year topics. To give you an example, let's say one of the recent exams asked a question on IVP image showing the cobra head appearance, which is, all of you know, it is seen with ureter occ. So what I want you to do is, when you solve that question, close your eyes and try doing active recall. Be your examiner and ask, where do I see the paintbrush appearance? Where do I see drooping lily? And see whether you remember or not. Please don't just do the passive reading, do active recall, right? If you're stuck anywhere, like you're not remembering where is paintbrush appearance, that's the time when you go back to the notes of that topic. If you do the active recall and you're remembering everything, then no need to put your time into reading the notes. That is how you would be filtering out. So peekaboo, is this clear? Peekaboo, I mean, it's one of my favorite words for my daughter. She keeps playing hide and seek peekaboo. So, is it clear that when will you read the notes? When you are not able to do the active recall of the related topic of that PYQ. Otherwise, skip the notes of that topic. Okay. Then you have break time. This is like do's, not the don'ts. Break times are a must. As I say, when you are tired, you are exhausted, take a break rather than you breaking down, right? It's always better to take a break, rejuvenate, refresh rather than breaking down yourself. Okay, so please take breaks. You can follow that Pomodoro technique basically, like whatever is your time of concentrating. It could be, again, some nazar has come. What happened? This has gone. Again, give me a minute. Not working. So maybe I'll just talk about, guys. You can hear me out. So it is basically that you can do 50 minutes study and you can take 10 minutes break. Again, a 50-minute study block, 10 minutes break block. But make sure that your break is restricted to 10 minutes only and not more than that. Keep alarms every 50 minutes, then 10 minutes, 50 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. Time boxing, very, very important. Now, if you ask me, how will I complete physiology in 2 days, medicine in 3 days? You have to give yourself those time boxes. Now, what you can do, what is a twist that you can do in this time boxing is, let me see if it is working in the OneNote at least. All right, this is working great. So what I would say is time boxing. If you don't want to do like, okay, so 7 to 9, this is what I'm going to read. So we are starting with anatomy. 7 to 9, I want to finish upper limb. Then 9 to 9:15, maybe I'm taking a break. Then I have the next time slot 9:15 to 11:15. If you don't want to be rigid about these time boxes, what you can do is you can just create the boxes of the number of hours. So calculate that, suppose you have 10 hours which you study, and then divide into, in these 10 hours, 2 hours is what I'll be doing upper limb, 3 hours is when I will be doing your lower limb, and let's say your one work box is your 1 hour. One work box is 1 hour. So write down that upper limb basically is my 2 work boxes or my 2 time boxes or 2 study boxes. Right? So why am I telling you this? Why will this work in your favor? Is, let's say that you said that 2 hours or 2 work box is my upper limb. Now, when you were reading upper limb, after 1 hour, you got bored. You know, I'm not liking upper limb. I want to change the topic. So after completing the 1 hour, if I have 2 hours for lower limb, I'll take the 1 hour from the lower limb, basically complete the 2 study boxes, right? I can do the 1 hour of upper limb later on. So you can do that mix and match basically. Okay, you can do that mix and match basically, and you can complete your syllabus. So please try practicing the study boxes. Don't be very rigid in 7 to 9 a.m. upper limb anyhow I have to complete. Even if nothing is percolating into my brain, my blood brain barrier has become very, very strong. It has become impermeable to upper limb, and still I'm doing that. Does not make sense. Changing the topics helps you, right? So that's why in the timetable I have not included two subjects. Some of you suggested, like, one subject gets monotonous. Please do two subjects. You can do it for yourself. You can personalize the timetable. Okay. Oh, the PPT itself is not working again. Let me restart. Right. So as I was saying in the timetable, right. So in the timetable, what you can do is anatomy and ortho 3, 4, 5. You can divide the day into anat half day, ortho art half day. So you can do the mix and match if you want. Physio and pharmac is 4 days. If you want, you can do that system wise. Just that make sure that you are completing physio and pharmac in 4 days. So you can actually customize this timetable as you want. It's not necessary that you rely on this itself and you follow it very, very, diligently and rigidly, right? Here with everyone. Okay. And what were we talking about? The do's and the don'ts. Time boxing. Basically, as I said, have your study boxes. Don'ts. These are more important than the do's. In this last two, so in these last 2 months, please avoid greed to read. Reading everything, reading everything. If I leave a topic and if I get a question, I won't remember. You've been reading since 1 year. Actually, you've been reading since so many 4, 5 years. So trust your subconscious mind, trust your instinct. You will remember the things that you are good with. FOMO, fear of missing out. If I don't see a particular video, if I don't read this, says this new resource everybody else is reading, USMLE first aid. If I don't read, everybody else is reading, I will not get a rank. That is not so. Yes, it might help you in scoring more, but it's at the same time, it's not true that if you don't read USMLE first aid, you will not get a good rank. If you are good with your concepts already, there's no need to go with a new resource, right? And then is your reducing the sleep time. Please don't do that. Just for the sake of completing your targets, you are staying awake. Trust me, the next day your productivity will go down. I've experienced that when I'm overexcited and I want to do a lot of things. I record a lot of videos like overnight for YouTube channel. And then the next day I realize, oh my God, why did I do that? I should have rather slept. Because the next day entire goes in a very bad headache, lack of concentration, and a lot of irritation. So I'm sure that none of you want to do that, right? So please don't reduce your sleep. And I've told you a very, very important practice. Again, I would like to reinforce that is please practice Yog Nidra. I have shared in one of the recent videos. I practice it personally when I feel exhausted, and it gives a very good relaxation. It's a 20 minutes practice. Just lie down and do that. You'll feel very, very refreshed after you do that. Okay. Stressing out. Easier said than done. Do not stress out. But breathing exercises, meditation, even if you have not been into it anytime, at least do some breathing exercises. It will help you a big time to calm down your overexcited sympathetic system, right? Doubting yourself, very, very important. Please don't start doubting your preparation in these last 2 months. Comparing your grand test performance with someone else, do not get into that vicious cycle. And trust me, your grand test scores do not tell that what will be your final exam scores. There have been many students did not score good in grand test, but scored very, very good in the final exam. So do not get disheartened, especially if your grand test scores are not improving as well. FOMO is fear of missing out. Okay. And the most important, I see this very frequently in the last 2 months. We will say that I don't think this is happening this time. 2 months seems, 50 days seems to be a very, very short time. And let's quit this time. At least enjoy these 50 days and then start afresh for the next year. Trust me, next year also you are going to face the same thing. No matter, even if I give you 100 years, at the 100th year of your attempt also, you'll feel the same thing before the exam. I don't know why we have been primed like that. We have been nurtured like that. एग्जाम के पहले स्ट्रेस, डाउट, लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस, एवरीथिंग क्रीप्स इन वेरी वेरी नेचुरली. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, don't do that at all. Remember, you have worked so hard all this long just for this day, that is your 21st of May or the 8th of June. So make sure that you are not quitting. As I said, take breaks if you want, take rest if you want, don't study for a day, but please do not quit, right? It said that rest if you must, but don't you quit, right? Right? I hope all of you know that poem, something which has been very close to my heart since childhood. I remember I used to have this poster at my home. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the roads you are trudging seems all hills, when the funds are low and the debts are high, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Okay, remember, don't you quit. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Always, always, always remember that. Okay, always remember that. All right. So, coming to your questions, common ones, how to plan the day. Most important, as I said, if you are starting with your 7 a.m. study with me session with me on the YouTube channel that I would be doing, you can dedicate this time depending on your preferences with the PYQs of the respective subject. I would do that if I was in your place, or I would do the revision maybe of the whatever I've studied the last week or yesterday, or maybe some volatile topics. Eat that frog, do the difficult task in the morning. That gives you a lot of dopamine satisfaction and it sets your momentum for the rest of the day. So basically 7 a.m. I would like to tell you that do the most important task or do the most difficult task. Basically that is what should be your principle. Okay. You can do that in the study with me sessions with me on the YouTube channel, right? We can do that together. So most important, PYQs and the related topics, as I said. Then the MCQs, the related MCQs of the PYTs, your bookmarked MCQs that you have bookmarked for yourself. Revise the respective pearls, treasures, whatever it might be. Whenever you are bored, keep doing that. And then comes the notes, right? Whatever you have highlighted in the notes. You cannot read from page 1 to the last page. Remember that. 7 a.m. It's gonna be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. maximum. Sometimes it might go till 8:30 a.m. Right? So 7 to 8 or 7 to 8:30. It's gonna be 1 hour. But I've seen that when I say 1 hour, it generally extends 1.5. So that is how it would be, right? I think that much is, we can definitely sit for that much time. MCQs versus notes in these last days, of course, it is MCQs more than the notes. As much as MCQs you can practice. Whatever MCQs go wrong, whatever you are learning out of the explanation, just scribble it down in your notes for the last minute revision. Now, when we will come to the next 15 days revision plan, you should have these notes handy. Please trust me, it might take some time even in these last days, but these notes will help you in your 15 days revision later on. That these will be your concise notes that will tell you that this is what you need to revise in the last 15 days. So basically start making notes for the revision of the last 15 days. If you have not done so far, do it even now. If it's a grand test question, it's a question banker MCQ, whatever it is you want to jot it down, remember it, okay? And do it subject wise. Anatomy has to be at one place, physiology has to be at one place. Segregate your notes subject wise, okay? Segregate your notes subjects wise. PYQs, I cannot emphasize, overemphasize, or underemphasize the importance of PYQs. You cannot afford to make a mistake in a previously asked question. PYQs are generally your FYQs as well, the future year questions. Maybe just a bit of twist and turn, but the topics are generally the same. I gave NEET PG 2021 exam, and I saw that when I gave the exam, All India PG exam 2012, the questions are still, the topics are still the same where the questions are asked. So PYQs give you a very good idea on what to focus on. Get the PDF from the Telegram group, Dr. Nikita's Radsynapse, right? You have the PDF of the previous year topics. It gives you the handy list of the topics to be read for every subject. So when you are starting with the subject, do the PYQs, look at that list of the topics, start completing them, do the rest of the MCQs, okay? Grand test, like I've given you in the timetable, separate day, 1 per week is the grand test. If you don't want to do that, you are not benefiting much out of grand test if you feel, you can do it 1 in 15 days also. that one grand test day. So suppose, like, let's say 2nd is the one grand test, 7th is the next grand test, somewhere whenever you have 10th, right? If you're giving a grand test on 2nd, you don't want to give on 10th. Utilize this 10th wala day in the timetable for backlog. Whatever is the backlog remaining from that previous subjects, try finish it in that day. So maybe you can skip one grand test and complete the backlog. That is how you would be doing the backlogs. And how to review the grand test? If you can do on the same day when you are giving the grand test, right? So let me go back to the timetable. How to review the grand test? Suppose you gave a grand test tomorrow. If possible, try completing the review tomorrow itself. That would be like the best thing. But if you get bored of it, you don't want to do it, what you can do is you can start the next subject on the grand test day. Like on this day, you can start patho. And then you can keep doing the grand test review questions, 40 questions, 50 questions every day. Maybe you can do that. The morning 7 a.m. study with me session, also maybe you can allocate for that. Whatever grand test I gave, in that 1 hour, 1.5 hour, I am finishing 40 to 50 questions reviewing the grand test. So that will give you a time slot for reviewing the grand test. Okay, so you can do that as well. All right. So that was about your grand test. And in your grand test, as I said, do not compare the percentiles where you are standing in comparison with others. Just compare with yourself how I'm improving with the previous scores. Okay. All right. Backlogs, as I said, every day have one time slot, have one study box for your backlog or volatile topics. Have one study box, maybe it's just 1 hour also every single day for backlogs, for volatile topics, for your weaker topics, for your weaker subjects, whatever it might be that you find difficult to retain. You think that I need to study this again and again, keep that one study box for the backlogs. Okay. All right. One subject becomes monotonous, what to do? Same. As I showed you in the timetable, you can combine your patho, physio, pharmac as well. Each one of that has 2 days. You want, you can do it system wise, but make sure that you are completing in 6 days, right? So you can just do some tweaks here and there in the timetable according to your personality. You know yourself the best, right? So modify this timetable as you want. Starting fresh, how to plan. I've been receiving queries on Telegram group also. Ma'am, please make a timetable for suitable for somebody who's starting afresh. For you guys also, the timetable is the same, because whether you are starting afresh or you are revising nth number of time, you have the same number of days, right? If you're starting afresh, your exam will also be on 21st May. It's not going to be 6 months later. So you need to increase the pace of your study. Start with PYQs and the related topics. At least do that. You'll get the PYTs, the PDF on the Telegram group. That is Dr. Nikita's Radsynapse. So make sure you are referring to that. You are doing at least those topics, at least if your target is to qualify the exam. Okay. GT scores, how much is good? As much as it is better than the previous, it is good, right? That's my only target of saying what is a good GT score. To give you an idea, I've told you before as well, I scored 640 marks in NEET PG 21 and I got All India rank of 600. So you can get an idea from that all over India in the final exam, if someone is scoring 640 marks, the rank is coming around 600. You can look at the previous year list and you can see that this is the rank that I want for my dream branch and this is the score that I need. Add, suppose if 600 rank, it was 640 and you want a rank of 600. I would say add 20 marks to it like a margin. So your target is to reach at least 660 marks. Add a 20 ka margin. Okay. Right. And the most important, don't stop until you are proud of yourself, right? You are answerable only to yourself and nobody else, not even your family, not even your society, nobody else. You have to be true to yourself when you come out of the examination hall. That this was the best possible attempt that I could give. I did not waste my time anywhere. I utilized my time to the best and I have given my best. So whatever comes my way in the results, the acceptance will be very easy because you know that you were true to yourself and you gave your best. So And remember that we are all in this together and we will crack it. It's not as a difficult exam as it seems. Trust me on that. Just work strategically. Smart work is very, very important. Hard work is important, but I would say smart work is more important in these last 2 months. So I'll cater to your queries now. Pre and post test hoga? Ha, hoga. Right, Reva? So I'll cater to your queries. I'll go back to the timetable. Okay. So when you have anatomy, so you will have the pre-test and the post-test also. Let me tell you the timings because 7 a.m. is your study with me. Then you have your 10 a.m. class also. So pre-test would be at 9 a.m. Post test, because we have the 9 p.m. class, right? So the post test would be at 10 p.m. So 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. you will have free quizzes on the group. Sometimes it would be with the live discussion. Sometimes it would be just the test on the Unacademy app, which are free. So you will have the pre-test, post-test for the respective subject. As I said, when we will be doing anatomy, you will have respective revision classes on our YouTube channel. Plus on Unacademy, the KBMDs would go on, right? Which is going on, that would go on untouched. Plus, I would be adding the respective subject rapid revision. Like in anatomy, I'm planning to have cadaveric images, quick revision. Anatomy, another day, I might plan to revise your revise the most important topics in anatomy, which are like must do with the mnemonics, right? So this is what is the plan. Ortho rapid revision hoga, physio mein important topics ka revision hoga. Everything is going to happen. Pharmac with mnemonics, everything will happen. Okay, everything will happen, provided yes, this nazar over, if there is anything, it gets sorted. We don't have any hindrances. I'll try my best. Okay. Any other queries before we call it for this session, guys? So what you need to do to stay connected and to crack this exam is stay connected with me on the Telegram group. That's the place where we connect. Dr. Nikita's Radsynapse. Subscribe to this YouTube channel because, as I said, this YouTube channel will play a very big role in you clearing, cracking this exam, be it NEET PG, be it FMGE. Second, Unacademy app is where you need to follow my profile because a lot of free sessions plus sessions will keep happening. I don't want you to miss on anything. Each of these is important. Trust me, I will not deliver anything which is not important for your last minute revision because I understand the importance of your time. I value it as much as you value it, right? So trust me, there would be nothing which is not important for the last minute revision. Only the high yield and the high yield stuff is what we will be having. Okay. Plus class links are there, Nimra, on the Google Sheet, right? The website, the sheet has been uploaded there. The new topics, I'll also keep updating that as well. Otherwise, at least you can go to the Unacademy website and in my profile, go to the mnemonics batches that you see and do that. Those are very, very important. I'll reshare the PYT PDF Patar on the Telegram group. I'll reshare the NF100, all the links, 54 episodes, so that you guys have this timetable. You can start watching this NF100 today itself, so that, if you want to just customize this, today I'll do 2, second I'll do 3, you can do that as well. Okay. 20th notebook, GT questions are all wrong questions from question bank. I would say whatever you can include. If it has been asked previously and you're making it wrong, definitely it has to go. Not everything from the question bank. Of course, it's like too many. Don't include everything. By now you know that it's an important topic. If you feel it's important topic, then only put it into your 20th notebook. Harshita, point noted. If you have any other videos that you want me to make on high yield topics of medicine, you want me to make a video on that, I'll narrow down and I'll give you the list of the high yield topics of medicine. Previous special classes must watch, YouTube classes, KBMDs are the must that will be coming. NF100 are the must do's. Do the NF100, they are very, very important. Rest I'll be doing in the upcoming classes. Yes, Ishwar, there will be LMR sessions for each subject on our YouTube channel and on Unacademy as well. PYTs in the rapid revision, that is what would be the plan model because I know the importance of PYTs. So even I'll be looking into the previous year papers and see what has been asked frequently and included in the discussion. As I said, nothing would be like not important for the exam that we would be discussing. Varshini, different platforms, GT scores differing. Your real exam will also be like that. You'll see that, oh, I scored 110 in GT and here I've scored 140. So even that will be like a different platform. Do not worry much about that. But just keep giving GTs from multiple platforms. It helps. Okay. Scores and stages. Kaun se scores and stages particularly you want, Reva? Let me know on the group. What particularly? Because guys, do not give me suggestions on like vague, broad topics. I keep wondering what should I include in this topic, right? So immunological disorders. There's a suggestion in the, we have started the suggestion list. If you give me vague topic, it's difficult for me to, work on that. Give me as specific topics as you can. Okay, I'll be sharing this PDF on the Telegram group. What is your study plan? What are the NF100 topics? When you should be watching which topics? Everything would be done. Okay. How to attempt a GT? How to definitely. You want me to make a video on how to attempt a GT? All right. I'll do that soon. Okay. Which are classifications? There's a huge list to it. Previous year papers, Parvati, are available on all the platforms. We have started on Unacademy also now. Maybe you can check there as well. Okay. In last 20 to 25 days, should you attempt any grand test? Depends on you. If you are a person who gets panicked by the grand test scores, do not give. If your time management is good, do not give. Right? If you have not given grand tests since a long time, then you should give. Otherwise, I would say just skip giving the grand test. Gives you faltu ka tension. Okay. All right. So guys, there's this message in the Telegram group. We have the list of the topic suggestions. I am noting down all of this and I'll be working on this in the upcoming days. So please copy paste that message and add on to the list so that I can also start listing down those topics and work on that. Okay, rather than writing down here, please add on to the Telegram group message. All right. Yes. Ayush, I hope your panic anxiety is a bit down. Right. KBMDs are resuming from today itself. Basically, I was planning, but have a plus class today evening on the Unacademy app, musculoskeletal radiology, 7 to 11. So not possible. From tomorrow, we would be resuming. Okay. Today, we have a class, guys. Today, 5 p.m. there is nothing. We are starting from tomorrow. Today, I have 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 to 11 p.m. musculoskeletal radiology on the Unacademy app for the subscribers. So if you are subscribed to the platform, then you can attend the class. Otherwise, all the rest of them is starting from tomorrow. Okay. All right. AIIMS 2021 questions repeat in NEET. We used to do that at least because that tells you the thinking in the examiner's mind. So it's always important to look at that. All right. So, Shri Aruna, what was your doubt? Watching video consumes a lot of time. Watch it at 2x. If it's a 1 hour, you can do it at half. KBMDs are something which I don't do like slow, and you'll feel that it's a time waste. Especially like in my sessions, it won't be going slow, and you'll feel like it would be like at the speed that you would be reading. The rest of the recorded classes, you can watch at 2x speed. Okay. Huh. कोई नहीं आयुष सब ठीक हो जाएगा. If you were not there in the beginning, I'd mentioned that this exam is not like your life. It is just one small part in your life. So do not attach too much importance that my entire life is rotating around this exam. Live as you are preparing for the exam, right? Don't just exist while you're preparing. As I said, this exam is important, but not the life. So remember that. Okay. So yes, guys, on that positive note, all the best for the new beginnings, the new timetable. If you know anyone who would benefit out of it, please do not hesitate to share this information with them. I want to reach out to as many students and help them as much as I can. And I'm sure that you can help me in that noble cause, right? So together in this, help me reaching out to many students. I would be helping you as well, reaching your goal. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope I have given you some direction, calmed you down. And as I said, let's do this together and crack this together. Thank you so much and goodbye. Take care. Keep studying. Keep